How can you get the most out of your second stimulus check? In today's video, I'll be going over exactly what you should be doing with the upcoming $600 and possibly even $2,000 stimulus check to help you maximize the value of your money that you're getting. Saying that 2020 has been a crazy year would definitely be an understatement. The pandemic has changed every idea that we thought we had an answer to. With all of the uncertainty in the world, the stock market continues to go higher.
Rule 1, stocks always go up. Rule 2, see Rule 1.
Interest rates on homes continue to decrease. All of this as businesses continue to be shut down day after day. However, there is one shining light in all of this. Second stimulus checks are on the way. Now, honestly, these checks can't be coming at a better time. As these stimulus checks begin to be transferred into people's accounts, many are wondering exactly what to do with them. Now, if you need the check to cover basic expenses like mortgage, food, and basic necessities, then please make sure to do that first. But if not, and you're in a more financially stable position, what should you be doing with this money? What's going on, everyone? It's John, and welcome back to the video today. On this channel, our goal is to help you plan, save, and invest your money for the future. If you enjoy the content and get any value out of it, please drop a like on the video and subscribe for more content. So with that, let's get right into the video. In early April, the first rounds of the much-needed stimulus checks started to be distributed into people's accounts. In total, there were over 153 million checks sent, totaling nearly $269 billion. Now, what each person or couple received was based off of their income. So individuals who made under $75,000 a year or married couples who made under $150,000 a year were given the full $1,200 stimulus check. For individuals who made up to $99,000 or couples who made up to $198,000, they received checks, however, for a reduced amount, and anything over these amounts, they didn't receive anything at all. Now, the obvious purpose of this money was to provide people temporary solutions for being able to do things like pay their mortgage and their food bills. Now, over 84% of households making under $75,000 a year used this money to pay for food, and 44% used it for rent. So it's nice to see that the vast majority of people actually used the money how it was intended. On Tuesday, December 29th, the IRS announced the second round of stimulus checks will begin to hit people's accounts, and that they will begin mailing physical checks on December 30th. Now, these checks will be for much less than the original $1,200 that we got on the first round, and will be a max of $600. The limits of who is eligible to receive these checks has been lowered as well. So instead of being phased out if you make $99,000 a year if you're single, now that is down to $87,000. Or if you're a married couple, it's dropped from $198,000 to $174,000 to be completely phased out. So the question is, how can you maximize this $600? Well, first I would say is to pay off high interest rate debt. Today, credit card debt is on average at around an 18% interest rate. So if you were able to take that $600 and wipe it out all completely, that would give you an instant 18% return on your money. Now, the same could be said as well for things like personal loans or even things like student debt, which I've covered in my other video, which I'll go ahead and link above. After you have paid some or all of your high interest rate debt, you can then begin to think of ways to invest your money instead. Second, I would say to invest in something that is a bit more high risk if you have the stomach for it. So if you have no debt, an emergency fund all ready to go, then use this $600 for something that is a bit more high risk, high reward. The reason I'm saying this is because let's say you invest in something that will yield you a typical 8% return. So after a year, you'll have a whopping $648, which really isn't going to be changing your life very drastically. But if you invest in something that you may lose some money but also get over a 100% ROI, it's something that is definitely worth trying out. Now, I understand investing for the long term is definitely the way to go, but if we are talking about a max ROI for right now, putting the money into an index fund or an ETF is not going to yield you the highest return possible right now. You can do this in a typical brokerage account now, like Robinhood, and although you may lose this money, you may also see a great return of 100% or more as well. Once again, only do this if you are prepared to lose all of the money. Do not do this if you need this money to save for your mortgage, an emergency fund, food, or anything that is a necessity. Lastly, I wanted to give ideas of things that aren't typically thought of when we think of investing the $600. So for example, investing in yourself. Now, there are plenty of ways to go about doing this. You could buy books that you want to read on topics that will give you high value skills. So this could be things like specific skills that you wanted to learn, maybe coding, graphic design, video editing, or learning more about personal finance or how to start a business. The old saying of knowledge is power is something that stands true every single day. By reading books that will help you develop more valuable skills, it makes that $20 book purchase worth much more than the price tag that you see on it. Some of the books that I have read that have changed my mindset are actually linked below. By either listening to or reading these books, it put me in a completely different mindset of how to make money, so the ROI on these books for me can really be seen as infinite. You could also invest in things like networking sessions as well. Now, I know that these are a little bit different right now with the pandemic going on, but either way, networking is extremely important and still going on to this day. Right now, there are tons of networking events that are happening through things like Zoom that are really helping people first connect as well as grow their business into the future. For myself, I have gone to a few different networking sessions for real estate and learned some invaluable knowledge on how to find deals, building a team, and even connecting with some now mentors of mine who have helped me not only grow in real estate, but also personally as well. So the cost of that $30 ticket for the session has now paid huge dividends for me as I continue to grow and scale my real estate portfolio. Now is the perfect time to invest in yourself. With so many things shut down and not even open, you can't even do anything anyway. So it allows you to work on ideas or projects that you are not only passionate about, but also ideas that you may have had to start a business. For example, I just started this YouTube channel and bought a bunch of things like camera gear, audio, lighting. Now, originally the upfront cost was a good bit of money, but I know that if I can offer value to all of you and provide great content each and every week, that this will pay out for me exponentially. Really, you want to make sure that the business you are starting is something that you are passionate about and will stick with long term. So with that, I really wanted to thank you all so much for the continued support and for watching this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to drop a like on the video and to subscribe for more content. Once again, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.